What if I told you that the strength in your legs could actually predict how long you'll live? Sounds surprising, doesn't it? Many people believe that aging is simply about getting wrinkles, gray hair, or losing memory. But scientists have discovered something far more important. Your muscle strength, especially in your legs, is one of the clearest signs of healthy aging. Now, imagine two friends, Margaret and Helen. Both are 68 years old. They grew up in the same town, went to the same school, and even had similar jobs. But their lives after retirement look completely different. Margaret wakes up every morning with stiff knees. She struggles to get out of her chair and sometimes even fears falling when she walks to the kitchen. Helen, on the other hand, enjoys her mornings by walking around the garden, stretching her arms and playing with her grandkids. What made the difference? The answer lies in their lifestyle choices, particularly nutrition, movement, and mental health. Today, I'm going to share the 7 essential vitamins and healthy habits that can make your legs and your whole body strong enough to carry you through a long and fulfilling life. But before I dive in, let me ask you this. Which of these signs have you noticed in yourself? Weakness when standing up? Slower walking speed? Or losing balance more often? Stick around, because if one of these sounds familiar, you'll want to know exactly what you can do starting today. And here's a little challenge for you. If you agree with tip number 3 when we get there, type the number 3 in the comments. Or, after watching, choose the one tip that speaks to you the most and write it below. I can't wait to see which one resonates with you. The silent signals of aging. Aging doesn't happen overnight. It whispers to us slowly. The first whispers often show up in small ways. Struggling to climb the stairs, taking longer to recover from simple colds, feeling low energy after a meal, forgetting names or appointments. These are not just random inconveniences, they are signals. Your body is saying, I need more support. I need the right fuel. Science confirms that the combination of nutrition, movement, and mental balance can delay or even reverse many age-related declines. But many people wait too long to act, and by then, muscles, bones, and memory have already weakened. So let's walk together through the 7 essential vitamins and lifestyle practices that could help you maintain strength and independence well into your 70s, 80s, or beyond. Vitamin 1. Vitamin D, the sunshine protector. Let's start with one of the most underrated keys to strong legs, vitamin D. Think back to Margaret. She often stayed indoors, watching TV or reading. She rarely went outside, especially after retirement. As a result, her body stopped producing enough vitamin D from sunlight. Slowly, her bones grew weaker and her muscles lost power. Meanwhile, Helen made a simple habit, sitting outside with her morning tea, letting the sun warm her face for just 20 minutes. That small daily act fueled her bones and muscles with vitamin D. Vitamin D is critical for calcium absorption. Without it, no matter how much milk or cheese you eat, your bones won't grow stronger. Studies show that seniors with higher vitamin D levels have lower risks of fractures, falls, and even depression. Practical tip: spend at least 15 to 20 minutes outdoors every day, ideally in the morning sun. If you live in a cloudy area or rarely go outside, ask your doctor about vitamin D supplements. Vitamin 2, vitamin B12, the memory keeper. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? It happens to everyone, but for older adults, it may signal a lack of vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is essential for nerve health and red blood cell production. Without it, your body may feel weak, tired, and your memory may begin to slip. Helen never skipped her B12 checkups. She enjoyed foods like eggs, fish, and yogurt. Margaret, on the other hand, preferred processed foods and skipped animal-based proteins. Slowly, her energy dropped and she found it harder to stay mentally sharp. Practical tip: eat foods rich in B12, such as salmon, eggs, and dairy. If you follow a vegetarian diet, consider a B12 supplement, after consulting your doctor. Vitamin 3. Calcium, the foundation stone. This one is big, so if you agree with it, type the number 3 in the comments. Calcium is the building block of your bones. Without it, bones weaken, leading to osteoporosis, the silent disease that makes even small falls dangerous. Remember when Margaret slipped in the kitchen? Her wrist fractured easily because her bones lacked calcium. Helen, on the other hand, practiced daily stretching and drank milk, ate leafy greens, and made sure her body had enough calcium to stay strong. Practical tip: include calcium-rich foods like milk, spinach, almonds, and sardines in your diet. Combine them with vitamin D for maximum absorption. Vitamin 4. Omega-3 fatty acids, the joint lubricant. Here's something many people overlook: omega-3 fatty acids, often called the healthy fats. Helen loved eating grilled salmon twice a week, while Margaret rarely touched fish. Over time, Helen's joints stayed more flexible, her memory remained sharper, and even her mood was lighter. Why? Because omega-3 fights inflammation, which is at the root of arthritis, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. Practical tip: eat fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines twice a week. If you don't enjoy fish, consider an omega-3 supplement made from algae or fish oil. Vitamin 5. Vitamin C, the healer. When you think of vitamin C, you might imagine oranges, but its role goes beyond fighting colds. Vitamin C is essential for collagen production, which keeps skin elastic, joints healthy, and blood vessels strong. Margaret often bruised easily, and her wounds took longer to heal. Helen, who loved citrus fruits, berries, and bell peppers, rarely faced that problem. Her body had the tools it needed to repair itself quickly. Practical tip: snack on an orange, a handful of strawberries, or red bell peppers daily. Your skin, joints, and immune system will thank you. Vitamin 6. Magnesium, the muscle relaxer. Have you ever experienced leg cramps at night? That painful, sudden tightening that wakes you from sleep? One of the most common causes is a lack of magnesium. Magnesium supports muscle function, energy production, and even helps regulate sleep. Without it, muscles feel tense and fatigue becomes a daily battle. Helen ate nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Margaret didn't. That small difference meant Helen's muscles recovered faster after activity, while Margaret struggled with cramps and stiffness. Practical tip: add almonds, pumpkin seeds, or a small portion of dark chocolate to your diet. They're rich in magnesium and delicious too. Vitamin E, the antioxidant shield. Finally, let's talk about vitamin E. Think of it as your body's shield against aging at the cellular level. It fights oxidative stress, the invisible damage caused by free radicals that speed up aging. Helen included sunflower seeds, avocados, and olive oil in her meals. Margaret rarely did. Over time, Helen's skin looked fresher and her circulation was stronger. Practical tip: use olive oil in cooking, snack on nuts, and enjoy avocados regularly. They protect not just your skin, but your heart and brain too. Beyond vitamins, movement and mindset. Now, vitamins are essential, but they're not the full picture. Longevity isn't just about what you eat, it's also about how you move and think. Helen had a simple rule. She never let a day pass without at least 20 minutes of gentle movement, walking, stretching, or light yoga. Margaret, on the other hand, often stayed seated for hours. Research shows that even light exercise improves circulation, strengthens bones, and boosts mood. You don't need to run marathons. You just need consistency. And then there's the mind. Helen practiced gratitude journaling and met friends weekly for tea. Margaret felt isolated and rarely socialized. Loneliness, as studies confirm, can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So, let's recap. 1. Vitamin D, the sunshine protector. 2. Vitamin B12, the memory keeper. 3. Calcium, the foundation stone. 4. Omega-3, the joint lubricant. 5. Vitamin C, the healer. 6. Magnesium, the muscle relaxer. 7. Vitamin E, the antioxidant shield. Add gentle daily movement, strong social connections, and a positive mindset, and you'll have the recipe for aging not just longer, but healthier. So, here's my final question for you. Which one of these tips feels most urgent for you right now? Is it vitamin D because you don't get enough sun? Is it omega-3 because your joints feel stiff? Or maybe magnesium because of those night cramps? Write the number of the one that fits you best in the comments. And if you agree with tip number 3 about calcium, don't forget to type the number 3 below. Your participation not only helps you remember the lesson, but it inspires others to take action as well.